Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Kickstarter in the current year, where I'm going to start this video a little bit differently than I've started many of my videos before, because I just want to preface the entire thing by saying I think the person making today's project is not mentally well. They seem to be kind of a bit off, and even though they are clearly still talented. It's just that the end result is a project on Kickstarter that should probably not be on here for a multitude of reasons. I'm just saying this to avoid, any harassment towards this person or any persecution of this person, I guess, because this is just, it's funny, it's sad, it's dramatic, it's everything, and that's why I want to look at it today. The project in question is titled, It's a Residence of Evil 2, Friends Forever. And before we read anything else about the project, despite, other than it having a funding goal of about $21,000, or $22,000 rather, before we do any of that, let's just watch a bit of the promotional video here that's given to us. So it opens up on these written notes here. This is supposed to be a video game. It's called a cooperative adventure for console and PC. It opens up on this silent screen of some notes about the plot, the story, I guess. And then it's different.
Make a monkey out of me. The human race is driving me up. A monkey out of me.
Yeah, it's a weird experimental music with what appears to be a gorilla doing drugs and singing. It's not even terrible. It's it's pretty unique, but I'm not sure how this is going to be a video game or how it's going to work as a video game. This looks more like a very strange and admittedly interesting music video, but that's about all I can get out of this. So I immediately went down to the description, the story section, and the first paragraph, it reads as follows. As a child prodigy of London, Ontario, as early as grade 2, when I published my first book, I have been having my poems made into songs and stories I have been having my poems made into songs and stories made into popular TV shows, and I haven't seen $1 from anything. It's still happening, my work being targeted by AI and stalkers. Recently, Supermassive Games stole Quarry from me. Just Google Spotnik the Cat Quarry. And suddenly the huge project I was and am working on, here's what I plan to do about it. So just to be clear, I googled Quarry, Spotnik the Cat. It is a song. It is a song that appears to be off of an album that I don't think is released yet. Maybe it was. I didn't check. By this person. It is just an instrumental track. Quarry from Supermassive Games is a video game. A video game with characters, a plot, and everything. And by all accounts, it appears that this person went, oh, this is a game with the same title as the things I'm working on, and it's also kind of and it's like a horror game, and my music is like horror themed and creepy. Ergo, this must be them stealing from me somehow, which of course is not how that works. A quarry is like a thing. It's just called a quarry because there's a quarry in the story, I assume. I don't really know or care about the video game personally. Here's what I plan to do about it. It's a Residence of Evil 2, Friends Forever, is going to be a musical video game which I'm planning on creating with all the people I can think of and find who want to join in and have something to do with it, people who have inspired me and who I have inspired. So the entire project emphasizes, and you can see in bold, it keeps saying video game, video game, video game. I think that sort of explains it. This person is trying to emphasize as much as possible that this is a video game, and thus any attempt to steal the content or copy the content to make a video game like this would be some kind of copyright infringement or IP infringement or evidence that this person is being stalked or copied over. But of course, that is a weird stance to be taking, and weird thing to be doing with a game that is intentionally titled "It's a Resident Evil 2." Like, you're clearly alluding to Resident Evil in your title here. So so I guess it's like a look who's copying who thing, but it just comes across as very strange. But the most intriguing part, of course, besides the fact that there are no reward tiers, nothing on this project, you gain nothing from supporting it except for supporting it, and then if you go down, you'll find a bunch more music videos, but I think the Gorilla one is the one that's really... I think the Gorilla one was quite enough for now. I don't want to be, if you're curious about the music and the videos, you're free to look at the links I've put in the description here. But here is the list of people. Amongst the list of people that I'm looking to contact or have contacted already, so some of these he has contacted, to have it in the video game that I'm talking about making and that this Kickstarter is about are. So he's really, really pushing this. The members of rap group Nonfiction, Robert Kirkman, Vince Gilligan, Robert Henryson, any of my teachers from Wilfred Jury P.S. I don't know what any of that is. S.E. Hinton, professional skateboarder Andy Anderson, Rodney Mullen, Tony Hawk, Dennis Wedden, Jonathan Soderstrom, Ella the Poser, psychologist, James Thomas, psychiatrists, firefighters, paramedics, Tom Hanks, Emily Kinney, King Charles III, and/or other members of the royal family, Buckingham Palace. You might want to hurry up if you really want King Charles, as far as I know. The Mayor of London, Ontario, the Prime Minister of Canada, Armed Forces, CSIS, FBI, CIA, Interpol, El Cuervo, Iran, members of the police law enforcement officers, Mike Myers, Bokpa Soup, Wolf DNC, Sarah Anderson, Kelly McKernan, Carrie Oritz, people from Capcom, Hideo Kojima, Scattle, Simon Christopher Dew, Danny Trejo, Steven Somatics, Terry Sinat, the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, the Savage Nomads of NYC, and many other people. All the kinds of people it takes to make a video game. This is what I meant by, clearly there's some issues here, but it's also really funny to read a line like all the kinds of people it takes to make a video game after a list like that. This video game I intend to release on console and PC. It will be the best played with a controller. Oh my. And then it goes back to being a bit sad. I'm going to make the game with or without the people. If no one wants to do it, I will replace their parts with things I make up or know, whether it's whatever is necessary. It's going to be a really cool game. I just need the hardware to make it and money to live on while I make it. I'm dead in the water and have been being sabotaged while living in my parents' house, the lower level at the back. I just need some help to escape their evil plans so I can make this game, which will also be my success story of life. This is the double-edged sword of Kickstarter. We have, last time we looked at a project which was, it's going to be successful, probably. It's the stupid vibrating knife, the same as the previous vibrating knife and other utensil projects they made. This is someone just trying to rake in some cash, trying to make the big bucks with a terrible product. They know what they're doing. They are slick with it. They make these fancy projects for terrible, terrible projects that they have no passion, real passion for, because you can tell in the cooking video that it's complete another dog doo-doo. And then on the other side of the, spectrum of terrible Kickstarter projects, you have ones made by people who simply maybe shouldn't have been on this platform in the first place. Maybe they should have found other avenues, because this is not really what the platform is for. I wish all the best to Taylor White here. I hope they, find success with what they're making. It's just that this is not the route to take to get there. But I do encourage you to check out their content. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Give them a chance. And if Taylor stumbles upon this video, I understand that this is like a nothing thing from someone just randomly on the internet. I can only say that, the way I discovered your project was, I have, Lobster goes through a bunch of projects on Kickstarter every week. They post about them on the Discord server. This project looked interesting. it look a little bit funny, but you know, that's how I found it. I wasn't using AI or stalking you, and having that mindset is not very healthy, and it might be best to, you know, if you're going to start contacting anyone from this list, you know, contacting those psychiatrists, those therapists might be the best starting point. That's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and you know, hopefully, I'm currently working on a pretty massive, little video essay. I have recorded it fully. You know, it's gonna be, I would say it's more interesting, but a little bit more peculiar than the Pathetic Protagonists one that I re-uploaded to this channel. So yeah, I hope you will like that and everything else coming in the future. Remember to leave a like, a subscribe, and share the videos around. That is the biggest help you can give to this channel, as well as, of course, leaving a comment for the engagement. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Just little sparks coming off, and the entire thing is clearly shaking and thus not getting a clean cut, which you can see on the final product. You can see the jagged edges on the tuning fork. It's uneven, it's clumsy, it is just terrible. And yet if you go down here, you will see